So we have Vilgax from Ben 10 and Battle Beast from Invincible. And I wanted to do this death battle because I saw this image. And are you serious? This would never happen. And I'm going to show why it's a no-brainer that Battle Beast destroys Vilgax by showing their speed, strength, durability, reaction speed, and hacks.
Speed. I am speed.
So starting off with speed, they are both slow as hell because they cannot fly. Because of that, both of the characters either have to jump, use different vehicles, or use a jetpack. Combat speed. Combat speed is where it really matters. For Battle Beast, he can fight at light speed because he can keep up with Viltrumites who can fight at light speed and travel at light speed. For Vilgax, he can barely keep up with a light speed character such as Accelerate. He is shown constantly able to dodge lightning and lasers, so he is light speed, but he can barely keep up with him. Accelerate was actually dodging multiple moves from Vilgax. His combat speed is not light speed, it is almost light speed, so he is slower than Battle Beast in terms of combat speed. Now let's see who's stronger between Vilgax and Battle Beast. He struggled to get out of a melted road. Now imagine how strong Battle Beast is because he is comparable to Thrag. Thrag, who's much more stronger than Omni-Man, who lifted asteroids at the size of the Texas, which would be 1 to 2 billion metric tons. The strength gap between these characters are astronomical. There is no competition here. Vilgax isn't even close. Now let's see who has a better reaction time between Vilgax and Battle Beast, and it's not even close. Battle Beast consistently fights Viltrumites whose reaction speeds are at light speed, and Vilgax, who fights Accelerate, who is light speed, but he cannot actually really hit him. Meanwhile, Battle Beast does multiple hits on Viltrumites, so he is way faster in this category. It's not even close. So durability wise, we're gonna have to understand a couple of things. So no one is actually able to lift 1 to 2 billion metric ton. So he has to have a bone density and muscle density to actually stand that kind of a force. So he can take potentially 1 to 2 billion metric tons of force on his body, and Thrag being stronger than Nolan, well, he should be able to take way more. And on top of that, well, Battle Beast is almost as strong as Thrag, so because of that, he should be also very strong. Meaning he's way farther than Vilgax, and Vilgax stands no chance. Like, he would just crash into Battle Beast, and he would immediately die. So Battle Beast's reaction speed and strength would be way too much for Vilgax to keep up. It would easily just be one-shot kill from Battle Beast. With that being said, in Alien Force, he had some upgrades. So with these upgrades, can he beat Battle Beast? So he defeated 10 worlds and conquered these worlds and defeated their heroes to gain these new powers. He has a hand laser.
Ruby Ray of Rulo.
He has a seal that can be used to actually grab an intangible person and electrocute them.
A shield of seagulls. No.
Then he has a sword that can lead on fire and crystallize itself to deflect energy beams. Then he straight up has laser eyes from Darkseid. Now let's go through these one by one and see which one are effective against Battle Beast or not, and collectively can they actually kill Battle Beast. I don't think Battle Beast needs to worry about the hand laser. Ben with Diamond Head with his crystals was able to block it, and Diamond Head was easily able to destroy the shield. I'm pretty sure a guy who is stronger than a guy who can lift more than like 1 billion metric ton, I think he can punch really hard to break the shield. And I love how Jet Rays cannot actually destroy the seal, but Diamond can. And I know it's diamond, but diamonds are not as more potent than lasers. Speaking of lasers, he has now lasers that can track you at light speed. Helen being an accelerated species, she can travel at light speed because Ben as accelerate could. So because of that, his lasers are faster than light and can even track you wherever you go. It's not that he has to aim, he just has to look at your general direction and has to shoot it. So I'm going to talk about how it would turn out. I think the number one weapon from the Vilgax would be the lasers, because Helena being light speed, well, the lasers caught up to her, so the lasers are multiple times faster than the speed of light. So Battle Beast travel speed actually slower than that. So because of that, he will be eventually be caught. It is not really a matter of like, will it happen? It will just happen, and that's just it. So Vilgax can laser Battle Beast from a distance and keep him at that, and eventually Vilgax lasers have to be strong enough to kill Battle Beast. I don't think the lasers are actually good enough to kill him. It's because of the fact that those very lasers were tanked by Helena. And Battle Beast is stronger than Nolan. Nolan being a guy who lifted an asteroid that was the size of Texas, meaning it would be 1 to 2 billion metric ton. So, and to actually lift that kind of a weight, your body should be able to take that type of forces on the body. And that meaning that, you know, if Battle Beast is stronger than Nolan, that means that he can potentially even tank more forces on his own body. And you know, the lasers have not demonstrated that, you know, even a billion metric tons of forces on anybody, otherwise Helena would have died. So because of that, I would say that the lasers are much more like an annoyance, like a mosquito. So even though Vilgax continuously lasers Battle Beast from a distance, it would be more of an annoyance. And eventually Battle Beast would actually catch up to Vilgax because Battle Beast has a teleporter. So eventually he would catch up, and well, Diamond Head was able to penetrate the shield, block the, you know, wrist laser, and Battle Beast can casually should be able to do that by just one-shotting the shield. It would be easier than how hard it was for Thanos to destroy Captain America's shield. So the upgrades that Vilgax had more so gave him like just a little bit of a, you know, time, and that's just it. There's not much. I know the Vilgax actually did got enhanced, but I'm not gonna take that into account because it was a one-time thing and it did not become a character trait. He only had that power for maybe 2 episodes, so because it wasn't a permanent trait, I'm not gonna take that into account in this fight.